Welcome to a Queer Plus team. I'm Nicole, and this is my How I Found Out I Was Queer video. As I forgot to mention in my introduction video, I am demisexual panromantic, and how I found out is a long story. So let's start from the beginning. I was around 12 years old, and I don't know where I was, but it was basically when I met when I first met someone that was bisexual, and that was interesting. I didn't really make anything about it, because I didn't really know much about gay people or anything really. I was just 12, I didn't care. I thought he was really pretty, but that wasn't, really pretty, and I thought, I really liked her and everything, and it was kind of weird. But I never really had a serious crush on anyone else. Really, I always had just crushes where I'm like, oh my god, they're really pretty. But I never really felt something like that. But I kind of ignored it and was like, whatever, it's normal. Because my feelings are weird anyway most of the time. I don't understand them, so I was just like, it's nothing, whatever. In the same year, I think, I also I didn't meet my best friend. I already knew who she was, but we kind of started becoming friends, and she identified as bisexual back then too, and that was a little more interesting because, it's someone that was close to me, and I got to kind of, know more what it's like to be bisexual, by being her friend. That was kind of why I later on thought I was bisexual, because I had feelings for a girl, and I was kind of like, maybe I'm bisexual, because I've always found boys attractive, so I didn't think I was lesbian. I just found guys attractive, and I had this one crush on a girl, and so I was like, maybe I'm bisexual. And then I later found out the term pansexual, which just means you can feel sexually attracted to boys, girls, trans people, anyone really, any gender, it doesn't really matter. And so I just kind of thought, I've never really had feelings I don't really know I've never really met someone in person that's trans or anything like that, so I can't for sure know that I could have feelings for someone else that isn't a boy or a girl, but to me it doesn't really matter. So I just kind of thought that kind of fits what I think I am. Later on in my life, which was like a few months later, I found the term asexual, and I didn't really identify as it. I just kind of found out what it meant, and I was like, that's interesting. Okay. When people started talking about, feeling sexually attracted to people or wanting to do stuff with other people, I never really understood what they were talking about. I never felt sexually attracted to anyone. I've always felt, infatuated or, not romantically attracted to people, because I've never really been close enough to someone to, at that point I was only 14, so I never really felt any romantic feelings for anyone. And basically I just thought, I never felt this and everyone else around me is feeling this, so maybe I'm asexual. And then I was kind of like, well, sometimes I want to do stuff with people and sometimes I really don't. And I just kind of was like, But, I want to do stuff with people, but I never really get around to doing it. I can't really think of myself actually doing something like that, most of the time. And I was just kind of like, this is very confusing to me. Like, what am I? I don't understand. I later on got really close to this one person, and we were never dating or anything. We just, we're really, really close friends, and we do love each other in a way, but we never really think about, getting together or anything. I started feeling more sexually attracted to this person, and I wanted to, do stuff with this person, and it was very confusing to me because I had never felt like I wanted to do something like sexual and actually think of myself actually doing it. So I was kind of confused by that. And at that point I was done trying to find what my sexuality was. I didn't want to label myself anymore. I was just kind of like, whatever, I will love whoever, I will be with whoever, I don't care. But, obviously I wanted to understand. So when I later found out the term demisexual, I identified as it, and I was like, that is me. And I was like, now I'm at peace with myself, and that was great. And, my story wasn't that sad. Everything else, it all happened in 1 year. And, well, except for when I kind of postponed it when I was 12 because I was like, I don't care. And then it happened all in 1 year. It was one hell of a year. A lot of shit happened in 1 year. And I was just kind of like, I'd never do that year again because, I guess I could tell you that if you start questioning who you are, just go with it, and you usually find out who you are. I didn't really tell my parents my mom until recently, because we were getting in a fight and she didn't understand why. It's just because last year I was so closed off to the world and everything, and my mom didn't understand when we were getting in a fight about it, and I just kind of told her, and she was like, okay with it, because I know my mom's always been okay with it, so I never really worried about coming out to her. I just didn't want to tell her. I don't know why. I haven't told my dad, but I don't really talk to him, so it doesn't matter. And yeah, so I guess it doesn't have to, if you are queer and your story isn't sad or depressing, or, it didn't take you years to figure out, it doesn't matter. You are who you are, and that's what matters. And if you're happy with yourself and with who you are, that's what we really care about. So this has been my How I Found Out I Was Queer video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe, like, leave a comment, do whatever you like, and see you next time.